Back in the summer of 2016, I picked up a game called No Man's Sky. Many of us did. We were promised a universe of infinite possibilities, exploration, and adventure. Unfortunately, the experience quickly grew stale for many of us, myself included. As while there was a variety of combinations to find out in the stars, you quickly could identify the patterns in the biomes, creature varieties, and ships. The sandbox nature of the game was there, but the experience itself felt kind of lifeless. It lacked depth, and I shelved No Man's Sky for a number of years. Until recently, at the urging of some friends, I reinstalled and gave it another try. Admittedly, that only lasted a day or two. I couldn't immediately see the differences from the game I knew to the game it had become. I had to work through a lot of my initial impressions to see what was new. It wasn't entirely my fault either. That same tutorial scenario you start the game with is largely unchanged and brought back a lot of memories. It's a bit tedious, and I would love to see a rework because I've heard so many similar stories of people just giving up before they even make it off the first planet. But they should, because what I found out in the stars has honestly blown away my expectations. I'm Captain Archer, and I'm a No Man's Sky convert, and today, I'm going to tell you about the things that have been added and why you should give No Man's Sky a try, or at least come back for another look. Let me start off by giving props to Hello Games for taking a game that was initially in very rough shape and working on it continuously for the last 5 years to give us the game I'm going to talk about today. Every expansion, update, DLC, quality of life change, and graphics upgrade that has gone into the game has been totally free. At this point, I think this might be one of the best investments of your video game entertainment dollar out there, especially since you can find it on sale a lot of the time via Steam and Humble Bundle. That being said, let's take a look and see what's been added and what you've been missing. One of the biggest additions for me was the multiplayer. I know it's not a big deal for some, and you can absolutely play it strictly solo, but having a universe inhabited by other players really makes it come alive for me. Cross-platform support between consoles and PC is fantastic as well. Being able to do group quests as a team, found a joint base with your friends, share discoveries, working together make it one of my favorite additions. One fun thing I like to do is head into the space anomaly and see the variety of player ships that come in for a landing. It's always great to see the cool ships that can be found out in the galaxy. And this leads me to the next feature, the Anomaly. Following the storyline will allow you early on to summon and visit the space anomaly. This acts as a kind of player hub where you can interact with other players, get new story, new NPCs, have a centralized area for all manner of upgrades, special weekend group quests, special item unlocks, and a ton more. I'm sure I haven't found everything yet. Seriously, this is a game changer, and if you're giving up on No Man's Sky before making it here, you get access pretty early in the story, and it's definitely worth pushing ahead till you unlock it. The variety now. As I mentioned in the beginning, one of the things I disliked was how quickly you started to recognize the building blocks of the various procedurally generated aspects of the game. I want to take a second and say that they've been adding options and combinations in a big way. Eventually, I'm sure you'll start to make the same connections, but with the addition of so many new puzzle pieces, this means that you can really find interesting creatures, weapons, ships, and planets. And of course, finding creatures on your travels that you want to take with you on your space adventures is now possible as well. Taming is easy, and some pets can be ridden, become your guardian, or allow you to soar or at least skim the sky. Whether it's horrifying eldritch terrors or the cutest little fuzzy wuzzies, there's a companion out there waiting to meet you. And finding these new life forms is now a ton easier with the introduction of the exocraft. From dune buggies to giant robots and deep-sea explorers, these guys are extremely useful and a lot of fun. Perfect for the trips that you need to make but are a little bit too far to go on foot, and not really worth jumping back into the ship, or if you just want to explore the local area, look for salvage, do some mining, or plunge into the inky depths. Base building has been in the game for a while, and they've added a lot of options here. But what if you want to stay on the move? I mean, there's a massive galaxy out there. You can transit between bases using the new portals. You can also jump in a freighter. Freighter fleets are just what you need. Being a launch pad for frigate missions, providing deployment for your exocraft, and all with the comforts of home, freighters can be summoned like the Anomaly and can be crafted and customized using tech building options you unlock in the game. But what happens if your game is going on for hundreds or even thousands of hours and you want some new challenges? Well, there is also new game modes available. Beyond normal mode, survival and permadeath modes provide increased challenges for seasoned travelers, or even a creative mode for those that want to be free to build as much as they want. Finally, community expeditions have introduced limited time challenges with unique rewards and varied starts. Expeditions really do deserve a special mention. Limited in time, you usually have several weeks to complete all the varied tasks that have been laid out for each expedition. For each task you accomplish, you gain access to rewards for your character and account based on what you complete. The fun thing is that each expedition has different goals and scenarios. On a previous one, it was all about surviving and escaping a harsh planet. The current expedition is about traveling and documenting giant worms on various planets. Oh, there's one now. But anyways, that's a bunch of the stuff that has me excited. I do feel it necessary to point out there are a few things in the game that do detract from the experience for me. One being that sometimes terrain states will not get saved in a base, so you find yourself repeatedly blasting away terrain that you've cleared before. The workaround here is just build above ground, but it's still kind of an inconvenience. Collisions can also be problematic both in ship and on foot, but you can usually steer around and make your way out. Multiplayer sync can sometimes be tough as well, especially if you're working on the base together. Sometimes you need to have group members reload and keep the base computer upload as current as possible. But overall, those are minor things, and I hope you'll give No Man's Sky another look, or a try if you haven't yet. Oh, and this isn't even all the cool things you'll find, just some of my favorites. I haven't even mentioned the bioships, derelict freighters, becoming governor of an outpost, or the many rare space encounters you can find along the way. Maybe we'll talk about those in another video. Anyways, what's your favorite or least favorite thing about No Man's Sky? Leave a comment down below, and of course, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, or catch me streaming live on Twitch. Till next time, travelers, happy exploring, and thanks for watching. Okay, here we go. Oh no! Wait! Hold on! Come on! We can do it! Yes!